A man once told me, "Jim, I've lost my spark. I don't know what happened." I looked at him and said, "Maybe you just stopped moving." Because action is the fuel, and the more you move, the more energy you gain. So remember, motivation isn't a gift, it's a discipline. And if you want to keep your fire burning, feed it every day, with every action, with every right habit, and then it'll keep shining for you, even in the dark. People often ask me, "Jim, how do you stay motivated every day? How do you avoid burnout?" And my answer is as simple as it is deep. Don't count on inspiration, build habits. Because the kind of fire that burns long isn't sparked by random inspiration, but by daily effort. Quiet, disciplined, without the show. Once I learned a metaphor. Imagine your inner state is a fireplace, and if you don't throw in logs every morning, by noon the fire will die out. But if every day, even just a little, you add to it, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's cold or dark, that fire keeps the warmth. That's how motivation works. You don't need a blazing flame, you need consistency. True internal motivation comes from being accountable to yourself. Who are you when no one's watching? Do you get up on time? Do you follow through on what you promised yourself last night? That's what defines your inner strength. Because external control only lasts so long. But a person who can say, "I said I would, so I will," has a well that never runs dry. I remember a man I met after one of my talks. He came up to me, shook my hand, and said, "I started small. I just began writing down goals. Then I made myself wake up at 6 a.m. And now, 3 months later, I'm a different person. Not because someone was inspiring him every day, but because he became the one who supported himself. He became his own greatest ally. That's the essence. You can either be your own coach or your worst saboteur. And the deciding factor is habits, your daily choices. When you choose action over procrastination, when you choose forward movement over doubt. It's a choice. Simple, but powerful, and daily. There's a trap that many fall into, emotional dependency on the feeling of motivation. When they're in a good mood, they act. When they're down, they stop. But you can't build a house only on sunny days. You have to work through the rain, through the wind. That's the difference between a pro and an amateur. A pro works when they don't feel like it. That's why they get results. So how do you keep the fire going? I use a simple formula that's guided me my whole life. Schedule, ritual, purpose. Schedule means you know clearly what you're doing, when, and why. Without it, chaos. Ritual is your personal way of turning yourself on.